Ha, there's actually no such thing as a military secret. It was just a joke I told an INX guy when he asked how I built my fleet. Exactly, it should be called, How to Optimize the Game. I will divide this video series into 3 parts. The first part will be about development, the second part will be about team building, and part 3 will be a guide to overcoming missions and events. Okay, let's get started. The first, I will talk about the second part, the most urgent part right now, when the Goliath event is coming. Even in the previous Warzone event, I won second place to the helplessness of many guys in the INX Alliance, including guys with development points far beyond mine. Or like this guy, as soon as he lost second place on the last day, he madly attacked me, but the result was always failure. Even with a fleet score 200k points higher than mine, I could only damage half the fleet to completely destroy him. And this is the reason. First, let's look at my fleets. There are many ways to build a fleet for different purposes, and this is the squad I build for many purposes such as PvP, eliminating elite scavengers, or planet exploration. Look at this table, do you see? 75% of the damage goes to the front row, 15% to the second row, the remaining is the flagship and the last row. Therefore, all 4 fleets are built with a common formula: tank ships for the first and second rows, flagships and the back row are the main damage ships. Regarding the tanks I use, the first and strongest tanker I have is mechanical. All of his skills and upgrades are geared towards defense, and his range of defense stats are truly impressive. Plus he has a support skill that increases damage to other ships. He is the best choice for a cruiser-class tanker. Later in the battleship and dreadnought classes, you will also have other similar tankers that resemble the expanded version of the mechanical. Other options like Nebula or Musca Borealis are also quite good, however these ships are a combination of damage and stamina. If there are other better options, then you can put them in the second row. These tankers will be given priority by me to install the best defense equipment. For main damage ships, I mostly choose destroyers. Argo, Salem, Apollo, Pixis, they all have good damage, so I always prioritize them with the best offensive weapons. There is one more type of ship I have tried to build in the squad, which is support ships. They do not have high damage, do not have very good resistance, but have the necessary support skills. For example, the Thawketh has a skill that increases damage dealt and reduces damage received for destroyers. After enhancing to level 6, the skill will increase destroyers' damage by 34%. This is truly a great skill. Therefore, this ship is quite difficult to find. The rate of finding it on the black market is lower than the mechanical one. I had to buy it at the Cosmo Tycoon shop using GEC. One more thing you need to pay attention to is the fleet commander. I myself am using Elena Skadova for the strongest fleet. She has a balanced and reasonable squad with 5 positions for the 2 front rows with added defense stats, and 4 positions for the back row with added stats. Attack. War Princess is also being used for the second strongest fleet with a similar formation to Elena, but has increased laser power, so it is necessary to choose ships equipped with laser weapons for her. With Mary Shelley, she has more positions in the front 2 rows, and only 3 positions in the back 2 rows, so she will be more defensive. We still have a few other free admirals, but I don't like using them because the skills are not suitable or because the formation is not reasonable. In this section I just give and explain my choices without actually making recommendations, because all commanders can be used if you build a reasonable fleet for them. The above is a lineup that I think is suitable for most purposes. There are still other construction methods for some other special purposes. I will share them with you in the following videos. Okay, lastly, I hope we can become strong and destroy any other alliance. My opinion may be flawed. I look forward to receiving your